I haven't posted in a while, so I thought, well, I do this big Christmas craft to make people gifts. I would show you how I make bath bombs, which is something I do, and I sell them on Facebook. It is difficult for me to ship them because of special things I do with them, but I'd love to show you what I do and what I make. I usually make them in this, and I only make a couple at a time, but I really want to make quite a few gifts. So I'm going to use my mixer for the first time, so you get to be my experience with me mixing bath bombs for the first time. Yay! I need a cup and a half cup. I'm sitting right next to my baking things. Watch me dissociate and stare at the wall while I figure out how to do this. Half cup, 1 cup. Okay, I use baking soda, citric acid, Epsom salt, and cornstarch. You can't see me. I'm gonna crouch down like a little old man. Maybe if I actually just stay seated, I'll probably make a huge mess. We'll try our best, won't we? It's really quiet. I need to put on music. Please hold. Okay, I've come back. So I had to have something in the background. You hopefully can't hear much of it. I've got my royalty-free Christmas music, and I'm gonna add 1 cup of baking soda. You add the most of baking soda. I need to open up my guy here. I should probably use my whisk attachment for it, but I looked all over and I can't find it. And then I looked at girls that make them with KitchenAid mixers online, and I saw at least 2 people. Probably can't hear me with crunching. I saw at least 2 people make them with this attachment, the flat attachment. I don't even know the names of these things. I just use it. I just like it. You like it? It looks like R2-D2 because my best friend bought it for me, and then they bought decals, and then it got decorated like R2-D2 because I like Star Wars. Thank you. Baby Yoda's the best. Anyways, 1 cup baking soda. Watch my dress turn from black to white. And then you use half the baking soda amount for everything else, so that would be a half cup for everything else, which makes this a pretty big batch compared to what I usually make. Oh, we spilled that all over the table. You just scoop it and you just put it in there. It'll be fine. We washed our hands. Wash your hands before you do this. Don't give people nappy bath bombs. Or don't, and just make them for yourself, and it doesn't matter if you have garbage hands because you can bathe in your garbage if you want to. All right, so half cup of citric acid. I'm gonna make 2 flavors today, so I wanna make sure I have enough to do the 2 types. The one thing I have the least amount of is cornstarch, so hopefully I have enough of that. I should have enough for at least 1 batch. It's also kind of weird to get out because it's in this jar, and my mixer, or my measuring cup is smaller than the jar, so let's just try our best. Use the cap to press it down. See what else you need. Okay, so that should be roughly a half cup. It's always hard with the cornstarch, so just like the extra Epsom salt should have substituted anything I might be missing. Okay, then you mix your wets in a different container. I should have gotten a cup already. Hopefully I remember to cut this part out. This is me getting the container for my wets. I think I might have enough in here. Okay. So usually I do small amounts of liquids, but because I am doing a big batch, I have to do a bit more liquid. So I'm gonna mix them all in here. I just have to find, there we go. Chaos Kitchen. It's kind of like Aries Kitchen, except I'm a Capricorn. And Jenna probably hates me because I'm a Capricorn. But I dream Jenna and I would be best friends. Okay, so I'm going to do I'm doing the math in my head. I think I only do... Oh, I hope this is right, because I am just lost on if this is the right mixture. I've never made my mix so big. Okay, so don't try to copy me because I don't know if this is right. We're gonna find out at the end of the video. Cut to the end to find out if I screwed my batch up. This looks like I would need all this though. Looks like it. All right, so I got my wets. I got my stuff mixed in here. So I have, this is coconut oil. Green coconut oil. Can you guess why it's green? It's a top secret. It's a secret. I'm so sorry, I'm close to the camera. These are my smells. And I gotta put them in there. Carrie's inspection hour. So first, let's make peppermint. Hopefully I just skip past this because I need a lot of drops. Alright. I'll put like 100 drops. It sounds like a lot, but you can't really smell it once it's drowned out. It smells like the same mixture I usually use. I think, so I'm doing cinnamon and peppermint, so clearly I'm gonna make the cinnamon red. So even though peppermint would also be red, I'm gonna make those green just to give it like Christmas colors, you know, because they're Christmas gifts. Ooh. Usually I use, I don't know, a small amount. But in this situation, I might use a crap ton because I'm gonna do, you know, a bunch at once. So I did a whole tablespoon's worth of color. Might be bright. Usually my bath bombs are pretty muted though because I don't want to put too much color and stain anybody's stuff. We'll see what these ones look like though. All right, so first I'm gonna mix up my wets just a little, or my dries a little bit. And then I'm gonna turn it on and I'm gonna dump my liquids in slowly so that it can mix in with everything. And it is mixing it up good. I've never done it in my mixer. I'm standing and you can't see me. I don't know how well this will work. I've never tried it, honestly. I'm worried, but also it's exciting because I can make a bunch at once if I figure out how to do it. Can you hear me over my mixer? I won't know until I edit the video. Fascinating. I don't want it to spray. If it sprays, I will turn it off. Can you see how green it is? Look at it. This, wow. Usually I'm exhausted and I hate making bath bombs, and I was dreading making this video because it was going to be tiring, and I thought maybe it would be hard to use my mixer and I would give up and have to do them by hand. Look at my whisk is helpful. So I'm just going to get all my chunkies off of this before I mix it again one more, just to make sure any of my oil that was stuck to it is mixed in. I want everybody to get all of the goodness that I put in there. All of the magic. Let's call it that. Alright. Boo, 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 boo. So, I'll take this off. Do a little tap in here. Can't hear me. Okay. Set it down. So, usually I make full circle bath bomb. Usually I make full circle bath bombs, but I'm going to make them in flat pans because it is so much easier, and I don't want to have to do like 15, have any of them crack, have any issues. These can dry flat overnight and then I can pop them out tomorrow. But I will show you one circle one just so that you have an idea of what I do if I make them, and because it's fun. Okay, I'm going to put my oil back in the hot water real quick. Keeping it in like a little tub of hot water keeps it at a like mild melted point so that I can use the coconut oil because it stays a little hard, but it also can be liquid. Weird way to explain it. But I don't want to melt it in an oven or in a microwave, ruin any of the stuff I have in there. So I just put it in a hot tub of water. It keeps some of it melted while the other part stays cool in the center. Usually I have to like scoop from a single bowl and stuff like that, and it makes a big mess because I only have one bath bomb's worth in my bowl. But I have so much in here that I can kind of just like scoop each of my balls in there, and I can clink them together and see if it worked. To test to see if your thing will be a bath bomb or not, you can grab a handful, and if it forms like a chunk, you're doing a pretty good job. And mine formed a chunk. So tap, 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 get all the sides off. Do not slide them because you will break your bath bomb in half. That happens to me pretty frequently. I always flip it. I check the other side. And then just put like a little bit more in there. And mix them together again. Pack it tight, pack it tight. That way you can get them the biggest bath bomb you can. And you make sure that it is sealed. You know, you're not gonna have something that falls apart. It's not airy. And this is when it's most likely to crack in half on you. So be careful. When you're making the round ones, honestly though, like, take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm not saying I'm a professional. This is how I taught myself how to make bath bombs after looking up a recipe online. There's probably a ton of different ways to make them. There's probably awesome ways to make them. Your way might be different than my way, but I make these this way. They rock. I use them all the time. I sell them. So please don't shame me if you don't like this way. Anyways, back to what I was doing. I leave them in the little eggy part for 10 minutes. So I'm gonna set this at the table where my camera's at so that it can be flat and I can't risk ruining it. And then in about 10 minutes, I will be able to go flip it, and I'll do that part hopefully on camera. So now we've got all the mix that's left in here. And I want to just make a couple of bath bombs with it, and I don't want to have to do circles because that would be exhausting. So I'm going to move some of this stuff out of my way. I'm going to grab my tins. My mom likes little bath bombs. She doesn't like them to be too big, so I make her small ones, and I make her a bunch for Christmas because she loves them and she uses them for a while. And then, so for her, I'm going to just take a scoop, put it at the tin, kind of just like aim it all in there, pack it down, and push it over to the side if there is any extra. Let's put a bunch in there. Pat extras over. Cinnamon, and cinnamon. Let's try to do all these over here as my cinnamons, and the rest can be mixed because I still have a bit left. So let's see what we can do. We'll stay here. Now we're gonna start the process all over again, and I can speed through it this time if you want. You don't get an option, I'll probably speed through it. That way I can not have to talk to myself and get this part done. So let's go again. So when I flip these over tomorrow, which maybe I'll wait to edit my video until after I flip them so you can see what they look like, they'll be half Christmas, or half Christmas. They'll be half red and half green and look like Christmas. All right, so I can add more to some of these, but I'm gonna go to my small ones first to complete the ones I wanna make for my mom, because if I ran out of ones for her, I would be most sad, because tray of bath bombs. Tomorrow I'll flip them over and I'll just pray that they all come out, really. That's all you can do. So I'll just claim one of these as my own probably, because I want to be able to see what they're like when I take a bath tomorrow. I always try out something from the batches I make because I don't want, you know, to find out that I use too much color or anything like that. Stain tubs have too much smell. I also just am making up excuses so I can use my own bath bombs. Okay, well, next up is just to clean up your mess. That's it. Those are my bath bombs. This is my craft, and that's what I created today. I'm going to show you in the morning what they look like, and I really hope you liked them. Bye. Hey everybody, it is the next day, and I just wanted to show you what my bath bombs look like. So I just got them all out of the containers, and here they are. Tiny little ones. I've got the mermaid one. I've got all the little bath bombs. They're all in good shape. They're all really, really hard, so I'm really proud of them. And that's really all. Really hand in your face. Really weird closing, but last night while I was filming my video, my sink started flooding and I didn't realize it, so now we've got to deal with that this morning. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a great holiday. Bye!